Here in 1871 at Ujiji on the shores of Lake Tanganyika, Henry Morton Stanley at last found the English missionary, Dr. Livingstone. This date marked the beginning of white penetration into the black heart of Africa. Here is how Lake Tanganyika must have looked to Stanley on that memorable day. This region of the Congo is the Albert National Park, preserving intact its wild scenery of majestic snow-capped mountains. In the plains, all manner of game can rove in liberty and freedom. Hippopotamus, buffalo, antelope, zebra, crocodiles, elephants, and lions. Land of contrasts where fire and water reign in all their savage beauty. A bushfire in the Ituri. The Zongo Falls in the lower Congo region. Land of contrasts where many varieties of the human race mingle together. Pygmies of the Ituri forests. Babiras whose duck-billed women can still be seen to this day. The proud Watutsi who live in the territories of the Rwanda and the Urundi. In Stanleyville, the fisheries of the fearless and hardy Wagenia still bring a picturesque touch to this modern city. From here on, the Luloabourg River takes a new name, the Congo. This mighty river enabled Stanley to penetrate into the heart of the Congo. It became the main thoroughfare by which the Belgians were able to open up this vast territory, 80 times the size of their mother country. The Congo of yesterday and the Congo of today. The gentle rhythm of the canoes gives way to the rapid pace of motorcraft and steamers which ply up and down the river. Boma, first capital of the Congo. Here ships call regularly to pick up their cargo of bananas or mayumbe wood. Matadi, gateway to the Congo, has modern docks where 11 seagoing vessels can berth at a time. Leopoldville, whose port installations are the starting point of 7,000 miles of waterways, which penetrate to the remotest parts of the equatorial forest. The Mississippi stern-wheeler, still seen today, is a reminder of the pioneering past. Coquilletteville, standing on the equator, is an important clearinghouse for river cargo bound for the rivers of the interior. The paddle wheel churns its way up the sluggish expanse of river. We arrive in Stanleyville at the end of the navigable reaches, which began in Leopoldville more than 1,000 miles away. A regular service of mail boats and freight barges puts this city within 5 days' journey of the capital. As Stanley said, without a railway, the Congo is not worth a penny. To bypass the rapids and attain regions untouched by waterways, 3,200 miles of railroads have been built to complete the generous handiwork of nature. The steam engine has been replaced by the diesel-electric locomotive, and now in the Katanga, 200 miles of railroad have already been electrified. Since the days of the caravan trail, over 86,000 miles of highways, or 4 times the Earth's circumference, have been built. Here they are hewn through the virgin forests, and there they cling to the precipitous mountainsides, or wind through the lush savanna country. The spade of heroic pioneering days has been replaced by these powerful machines, which will gradually transform the primitive bush tracks into modern highways almost equal to any in Europe and America. These roads are used by more than 55,000 motor vehicles. In this country of vast distances, air travel was bound to take first place. Every year, 60,000 passengers are flown between Europe and Africa. Constantly increasing air traffic has led to the building of new airports. Here's an airfield being built in Leopoldville. Europe has been linked to Africa, and moreover the most distant parts of the Congo been joined, one to another. Skillful coordination of all these means of transport have opened up this amazing country and all its untold wealth. The Katanga geological phenomenon, thanks to the exploitation of its mineral riches, has become a highly developed industrial area. This electric scoop in the open cast mines of Kolwezi constantly extracts not only rich copper ore, but also other rare metals such as cobalt and manganese. The modern industrial plants of Elisabethville treat the sulfuretted copper ore of the Kipushi mines. A Bessemer converter flushes the slag. Jadotville, another industrial city where the processing of copper ore, cobalt and other rare metals takes place. The Union Minière of the Upper Katanga alone employs 21,500 Congolese and 2,000 Europeans. The tapping of molten copper. Tapping of the cobalt in an electric furnace. This metal is used to make special heat-resisting steel. Gold prospecting modern style in the Kilomoto gold mines. The subsoil of the Congo, though particularly rich, presents problems which are unknown in Western Europe. In the Ruzizi Valley, agronomists wage a large-scale war against soil erosion. Impoverished land is restored to fertility and given to Congolese farmers who are taught new methods of agriculture. To perfect these methods and bring new varieties of plants to the Congo and improve existing strains, Ineac, the National Agricultural Research Institute, has set up centers throughout the Congo. Palm nuts, cotton, rubber, rice, rare woods and coffee are only some of nature's many gifts to the Congo. In order to improve the natives' diet, many new types of cattle have been produced by crossbreeding. And in regions poor in game and fish, pisciculture has replenished the waters where nature has been forgetful. The exploitation of the country's natural resources has led to the development of local manufacturing industries. This textile mill, for example, in Albertville, employs nearly 1,500 Congolese and 60 Europeans. In this country of great building ventures, cement factories are of primary importance. This is the Cimental Works, 45 miles north of Albertville. Shipbuilding is on a scale with this country and its river, which is second largest in the world by the volume of water discharged. Though poor in coal, the Congo with its water power ranks second in the world after the Soviet Union. Engineers soon realized how important this was to the country's growing economy. A power station fed by the Zongo Falls is being built in Stanleyville. Built in 1940, this is the generating station of the Kilomoto gold mines in the vicinity of Bunia. In the Katanga, the Del Commune Dam raises its 246 feet high concrete wall. When terminated, the power station will generate electricity on a par with the Appalachia Dam in North Carolina. 20 miles downriver, the Union Minière is building a new dam and generating station called Le Marinelle. From the trade which sprang from all these various activities, prosperous cities have arisen. Stanleyville, terminus of the navigable Congo, capital of the province, an important industrial and business center. Bukavu, which stands on the shores of an enchanting lake in one of the fairest regions of the Congo. Usumbura, capital of the mandated territory of the Rwanda-Urundi, is built on the extreme northern point of Lake Tanganyika. Albertville, oldest city of the Congo, clings to Lake Tanganyika's western shores. Elisabethville, the copper city, built on what was once a barren waste. Its climate and office buildings make it the most European of all Congo cities. Luloabourg, youngest of all provincial capitals, seems to have profited from experiments the town planners have made in other Congo cities. Here is the military academy where native NCOs are trained. Leopoldville, capital of the Congo. Its ideal situation soon made it the biggest business center in the country, and the town itself has become very spread out. To limit this uneven development, the building of picturesque villas, each in their own shady gardens, had to be replaced by the erection of tall blocks of flats. In less than 17 years, its population has risen from 50,000 to 300,000. In this new Congo of today, which in 60 years has bridged a 3,000-year-old gap in technical knowledge, what is the place of the Congolese? How has he adapted himself to the dizzy rhythm of our industrial age? Here we see him as a bandmaster, manipulating the stick of a bulldozer, driving a crane, at the helm of a vessel, a policeman on point duty. Assistant station master. Legal representative of a bank. He seems to have adapted himself to the new rhythm of life imposed on him by our civilization. Is it because this rapid development has been founded on a sound social policy which aims not only at providing medical care and hospitals, maternity centers and orphanages, but which seeks also, by educating the masses rather than the few, to give him the means of raising himself and improving his lot? At present, there are over 26,000 schools of all grades and 2 universities which give private, state or mission education to over 1,250,000 Congolese natives. Here as elsewhere, a lot remains to be done. But what we should never forget is that apart from the material benefits we bring, we must also respect his ideals and aspirations so that white and black may draw closer together, each preserving his own personality. Now white and black children sit side by side on the same school bench. Slowly but surely, a new type of Congolese is born. He is no longer astonished at the sight of a helicopter spraying his hut. He leaves his primitive hut to settle in the new native cities. Though their comfort is still far from perfect, they are a great improvement on his former state. The idea of sport has been introduced to the native. He was used to swimming, but not in a pool like this. Something he wasn't used to, but which soon became very popular, is cycling, and above all, football or soccer. Here is the Baudouin Stadium, crammed with its 75,000 keen spectators on a public holiday, watching a football match between rival but friendly teams of blacks and whites. Like all men, the Congolese has his faults, but he has also fine qualities. He's excitable, but amenable to discipline. It is for the mother country Belgium to unite each nation's noble heritage to form one happy community, so that Africans and Europeans will build in harmony together the Congo of today and tomorrow.